Hi everybody and welcome to a mould review with a difference, being that these moulds I actually made myself at my bench. Now this is a sort of introductory video into hopefully a complete series of making your own moulds at the bench for items that the manufacturers out there just for some strange reason just don't want to do, i.e. because they think they're not going to make enough money on them, blah de blah de blah, all that sort of rubbish. But I will state off to start off with, all the moulds that I make and show you I will be actually selling on eBay. We'll get this all out of the way. So it's like these two moulds here, the items that I'm going to show you now from these two moulds will be actually sold on eBay. There will be a link in the description box, not for this particular page but to the selling page, so you can actually get there and have a look and see what you want. So that out the way, let's have a look at the moulds. Now these two moulds I have made for well, I've made them for the Miniart accessory set. So, well, it's the house accessory set, should I say, which I did do a review on not so long ago. I did a review because I needed the guttering, if you can remember them videos, and there's a lot of windows and doors in there, and that's it. There's just the windows and doors and door frames, but they give you nothing to actually put them into a building, the frames, because the building that we do on 1/35 scale is not all solid. There's backdrops, you might want windows to go on to foam board which you clad up. There's hundreds and hundreds of ways that you can do the actual building. So what I thought I would do, because there's lots of nice windows and doors in there, I would make my own surrounds, and this is the start of it. What we're looking at now is two moulds that I've made to fit two of the sets of windows and door out of that particular set. These are both made from silicone rubber. These are cast with a product which I'm not going to go into too much about the product and everything else. I will do that on another video. We'll look at the product and all its benefits and what we need, and we'll build a complete video series up of making the moulds at the bench, so you can do that yourselves. So these are the two moulds. We've got a door opening arch top, and we've got a window opening arch topped. Now you can't really see a great deal there. There is quite a, well, they're quite plain Janes really, but they do look pretty good when they're out of the actual mould. So what I'm going to do is I'll put you on pause and we'll actually look at the parts that actually come out of the mould, and we'll take it from there. Now these are the actual parts that come out of the mould that I've actually made. Now these are all the measurements and everything else are taken from the house accessory set. So the windows and doors that actually come in the kit you can actually use with this. Now these are the doors out of the actual kit, and as you can see they just drop in there nicely, and you've got a totally different look now on these surrounds, and this is the window one. Now I've worked pretty hard on the mould as well, so that I could still use the diorama debris moulds as well, because at the end of the day there's no point of making something that's not going to work with another system that's is already there. Now luckily I've got the system, i.e. the Miniart system, their windows and doors. I've actually made a surround, and I've also Diorama Debris actually do a arch forming kit for their Victorian arches, which luckily enough has actually all come in and it all works together. So you can put these surrounds in. You can use their Miniart, not Miniart, I keep saying Miniart for some reason. We can use the diorama debris arch kit to actually get round the arch, so you haven't got no stupid cutting to do. So I'm quite happy with that. It's all worked in, really has worked in nicely. Now that's about as much as I can show you on these, but I have done a few wall mock-ups which I will show you in a very few seconds of the windows in place. Not totally finished, but they're just a few mock-ups, just, well, for me really, to get a feel of how everything's going to go together. So what I've done here, I've put the door frame and the window frame just onto a straight piece of foam board, nothing too special. I've used the arch kits to form up the top, which they work brilliantly, and then I've just used the brick panels just to make sure everything works okay, and it does. I've cut the foam board away to put the windows and the door in, just so you've got a bit of depth perception, but all in all they look pretty good. Just needs a bit of weathering just to make them look a bit tidier. Now that's about as much as I can actually show you on these, because they are a very simple, straightforward, basic thing, but they do look effective. I did cast these using a pigment, well, a cement pigment, which is the York Buff, which gives it that stone look, which I'm quite happy with. And that is really about it. That's about as much as I can sort of tell you and show you. But while I've got the opportunity, I will tell you that there is more window openings and that on the way. I am working on other ones. I will do a sort of like a quick mould review on it so you can actually see. I will go ahead and start videos on making your own moulds at the bench and making your masters and all them bits and pieces. Hopefully I can save you some time and save you some money, because there is quite a few pitfalls as you go along that I didn't foresee, and I fell into them right up to the neck and had to restart a lot of things again and different techniques. And that is about it. There is some videos coming out on 1/24 moulds from diorama debris. They will be up in the next 2 or 3 days. If you're watching this, what's today, Saturday, so this will be out today. There is that. Also there is a video coming out on the barn build, which I will tell you now, because at the end of the day it's been too hot and I've not been at my bench that much. So that's about it. That wraps everything up. So hopefully we can see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye.